Okay, it is important to understand that that little guy is an awesome guy. No, that's not what we're going to talk about today. We're going to take a look at VPNs and what they really mean. A lot of you use VPNs. VPNs have a lot of different kinds of uses. And basically what VPN means is it's a virtual private network. Why is it a virtual private network and not a private network? Well, a private network is one in which you've got a LAN and you're disconnected from everything else. It's just private. It's just your LAN. It's nothing more. When you start going out on the internet, most people don't realize that a lot of that communications is open to being monitored or hacked. And I'm not talking about Google. I'm just talking about your traffic being out there and flowing around. And so what people have started to do is really utilize VPNs, and we'll explain what that means. VPN for privacy, meaning that you have, for instance, I'm using Opera right here. Notice it says VPN disconnected. So with Opera, there's a VPN built in, and I can turn that on right now, and it'll go through and find a connection. And then I can turn it off if I want to. So what happens, of course, is in a VPN service like this, you actually connect to some VPN service out there. Then the VPN service makes the request to whatever website that you're using. So the VPN is the one requesting the information, and then it passes it on to you, and that hides all of your requests. Now, in this particular graphic that they're showing you, they're taking a look at this from the standpoint of a business, not the standpoint of you. So you're out here at some remote location and you use the company's VPN service, and you connect to their VPN service, and then your information back and forth between your company server and you and the company server is all encrypted. And that's really the main thing a VPN is supposed to do for you. It's supposed to encrypt that channel so that as it's hopping along all these pathways, all these routers, somebody can't just monitor that information and go, oh, that's what's being passed along that pathway. It's encrypted. They can't see or understand what it is without the encryption key. And so that type of VPN is what businesses use. If I want to get into EAC's network, there's a thing I can turn on my computer, the VPN's installed, and now I'm on the network, like I'm really there at the main office, and I can get data in and out, but it's all encrypted. It's a virtual private network. The other example that I gave you, right, is the fact that most people are using this kind of VPN and they're connecting to some service out there. And then that service is actually requesting information for them. It's kind of a proxy server type situation. All right, so VPNs for security, as I said, that encrypts the data, and that means that it's using a formula to hide the data inside other data, and then you can't see what that data is. You don't know what it is unless you have that formula to show you where the pieces were placed inside this data stream. What's not part of a VPN? A VPN can decrease your download speed. That is for certain. So that's why this isn't on. If I turn this on, I'm not joking, we'll find a VPN server that's cooperating with Opera and connect to that server, and then go over and get the data it needs, and that goes back and then goes back to me. Well, now I'm not just directly connecting and getting information back and forth. I'm going through a third party, and that slows things down. It's going to slow down your download speeds. Most websites that send sensitive information encrypt their data anyway, making it unnecessary to use a VPN. So why use one? Well, again, the VPN is the one making the request. And so if you were hiding the fact that you're going to your bank account, then they can't see that it's you. They see that the VPN's making the request, but they can't see that it's you making the request. But if that's not important to you, yeah, if I go to chase.com, it's encrypted. It's HTTPS and it's encrypted, and I'm getting my information in and out. So therefore, they can see that I'm connected to Chase. They know that James McBride is connected to Chase, but they can't see what James McBride is doing inside of Chase. All right, I'll stop it there because we're going to go to Internet Protocols, and that's got a bunch of stuff on it. So let's end this one and start another.